a double cook.
14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome on into We Stomped You Out, a New York Giants football podcast. And I am Steve. I got Timmy T right on over here. What's going on, my good friend? How's life?
We finally stomped somebody out. Convincingly.
It's been a minute.
The title is now not a lie. We stomped someone out. And this happened to be a hated division rival.
Yes.
On a Thursday night.
Which is
a lot
all
of
it.
demons,
All
a lot
of
of
it goes
demons.
against us.
A lot of demons were exercised last week.
Exercise the demons. I was joking with Timmy right before we got started. I don't even know how to start a show like this before because to be honest with you, probably the best game that we've seen since the playoff game against the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
And it was probably more so because it was a playoff game. But all right. We played on Thursday night, so it's almost been a week now. So we'll talk a little bit about that Eagles, a lot about that Eagles game. Some of the stuff that went on that day, and we'll head on into a little preview of our next game. I'm not going to go into it. You all know who we're playing next. We're going to take care of business there too. All right, but let's get the show started. Why don't we?
We stomp you out!
And there it comes.
There's a snap. There's the kick. It is up. It is.
It's Green. Airs it out down the field. Manning lobs it forward. It's a long touchdown, New York. Four-man rush. Elon going into traffic on the sideline. And what a catch by Manningham.
All right. So typically, and week 5 was one of those typicallys. We'll start the episode with the good, the bad, and the ugly. I don't know where you're going to find it, Tim, but
There is
let's
no
get into
ugly.
it.
There's no ugly.
Has that ever happened before?
No. I don't think it's
Not
ever happened.
one bit.
No. I mean, the only ugly would be... No, I can't think of anything ugly.
How bad we made the Eagles look?
Maybe
Eagles
their team
Eagles
was ugly. They were ugly. Yeah, they were very ugly. Other than that, no. I mean, this was the kind of game we've been waiting for a long time. You know, when you get a rookie quarterback and a rookie running back and a young team like that, this is the kind of game that we've been dying for how many years now?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't just beat a division rival. We beat a division rival for the first time in 9 tries on a primetime game. Exercising demons every week. And I don't care what happens. Jaxson Dart, they already own this city.
Oh,
They
yeah.
already own it. It's
Did
already
you see
done.
them on the third day after the post-game show?
Oh, yeah.
They were over.
They were hilarious on that show. I mean, how you start with the good? The good was, whew, the good was just great. It wasn't even good. It was great. I mean, we had an offense. You know what I'll say? The only ugly is, of course, is at the end of the first half. Well, you know, here we go again with this prevent defense bullshit. Let's back up, let them run the field and score, and we go into the halftime down when we should have been winning. That's the only ugly I see, and they got to stop doing that. Every week we keep saying it. Someone has to tell them.
They do such the open pockets.
Yeah, and they make it look like it's nothing. They scored down there, and the momentum could have shifted big time, because the Giants don't have that in them to come back the way they, when they're losing like that. This time they did. This time they were like, holy, and again, Wan'Dale Robinson was fantastic. Of course, I didn't start him.
That broken tackle down the sideline.
That was
For
that was
35 yards.
unbelievable. Jaxson Dart is the real deal. 3 games, we can say that he is the real deal. I'd like to see him slide a little more, but he. I mean, it's not even like he's going to be a top 10 quarterback or the greatest quarterback, but he's smart, he's patient, and he's got swag, man. That's something that a new quarterback has never had. Eli don't have swag. Eli was a nerd, but he was just.
Hey, Eli said they taught that's the dance that they taught at Ole Miss, so he knows how to do it.
But he don't do it though. He won't do it during a game. Not like him and Skattebo, know, doing Dance with the Stars.
I've seen him go like this a little bit, like the Winderman thing on the Manning cast.
Skattebo again. Skattebo was outstanding. 3 goddamn touchdowns. Thank you very much. I'll take that every day.
This guy used to put on his brother's shoulder pads and run into telephone poles.
Yeah. That's the kind
you
of
got to look into these stories because it's so unbelievable. And
a lot of people said that, that's why the Giants had such a great draft. That they got people that they don't understand how they fell as far as they did. We got we got Empal, the lineman. We got Skattebo, all these guys who should have been gone already by the time we picked. So you know what? I will give Joe Shane and the front office they finally had a draft that we can say this is the future of our team. Outstanding. Like I said, Dart, I thought was on the money. Didn't make too many mistakes. He did get knocked out for a minute, but all the jokes that came out of that were hysterical. Dable actually ran. Oh yeah, Dable actually ran in. If you look online somewhere, there's one from the inside of the tent where Dable opens up and screams, "Come on, you gotta get out of here!" Russell Wilson just threw a ball. You can't have this, and it was real funny. Like, get out of here, get out of here.
Holy shit! Did the booze rain down on Russell Wilson? The poor guy threw one pass.
He threw one horrible pass.
It was terrible. Would it go like 6 yards? It should have gone 13, 14.
It was a horrible pass. That's why, and deservingly so. Well, unfortunately, we're stuck with him this year unless we can find someone who wants him. But all around defense was there, man. Defense played. This is like again what we've been waiting for. I thought the cornerbacks were fantastic. The linebackers were fantastic. And, of course, that defensive line is just Carter's not getting the numbers, man, but he's getting the pressures. He's getting back there. He's getting in the guys' faces. And they're letting everybody else get the sacks.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Burns is loving it. And how great is that pickup now with Burns?
Exactly. I said this is why, people fire Joe Shane for – I'm on the fire Dable wagon. I'm not on the fire Joe Shane wagon just yet. Just yet. Like I said, he had a great draft. Trading for Burns was genius. And we'll get into it, I'm sure, in the next segment. Rumors are he's getting ready to make another big deal to help the Giants win down the thing. But other than that, best game I've seen in a long time from this team. I don't think I've enjoyed watching a game more. But it was finally over because you're as a Giants fan, even though you're up 34-17 with 30 seconds to play, you're like something bad's gonna happen. Something bad's gonna happen. They're gonna implement the new 21-point touchdown rule, and they're gonna score 21 points in the last minute.
Yeah,
and we're gonna lose.
That's 3 shots from the 10-yard line.
Yeah, this is how you think.
Three separate drives. Other thing that kind of goes unnoticed is special teams, and goes unnoticed because I was pretty shocked at this stat here. I was so shocked that I had to take a quick picture of the TV. So when they're on defense, when they're kicking the ball away, they're number 1 in yardage that the opposing team starts from at the 24-yard line.
Nice.
Second best, the Rams at 24.1. And then on the other side of the ball, we're third in the entire league in where we gain field position at the 29.4-yard line. Now, the only thing about that is talk about special teams. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in Unsportsmanlike. We won't have Anthony today, but the Dolphins are also top 4 in each. They just suck at everything else. But the Dolphins are number 2 in where they get the ball, and they're number 4 in where their opponent gets the ball. And they just suck at everything else. The two is yeah. Anyway, we'll talk about that. But I think, and then on top of all that, and all the announcers, everybody, the commentators all mentioned this, that the vibe at the stadium, that was almost the first thing that they asked some of the guys. It was Brian Burns. Since you've been here, have you seen anything like it? He was like, he looked around, he was like, no, absolutely not. This is the most fired up the crowd has been. The crowd was going nuts the whole game. To beat Barclays Eagles at Giant Stadium, finally on a primetime game. All that stuff never matches up for us, like you've been saying, exercising on the demons. And then the whole Skattebo, Dart, and then you bring the family into it. You got the parents are there. Everything is just like great, and you quickly forget about that shit show that happened the previous week in New Orleans, 5 straight turnovers and everything. And this is the deal when you have an up and coming quarterback and all these rookies, you're gonna be like this. Don't expect this trajectory. But
no.
I will agree with you. Yeah. But I will 1,000% agree with you in it that I think we found our guy. Barring health and all that stuff, I think we found our guy. You got Skattebo, Tracy. Singletary now becomes expendable, so that's a trade piece for a team out there with a bunch of injuries. I think they owe. I read that they owe him $2 million. So that, and then what have you been, as we talk about potential deadline moves? What have you heard with the deadline coming up? You probably hear a lot more up there than I do down here.
Well, of course, it's the wide receiver market, and they said that Joe Shane, since Malik Neighbors went down, has been, fishing. And now that they beat the Eagles and things are looking up, and like Commanders lost, Cowboys lost, Eagles, that's like, whoa, the division's a possibility now.
Yeah.
So he said he's on the phone. He's looking at the markets, looking at wide receivers or any other position that could help, but mostly wide receiver. The top names I heard were Jacoby Myers out of the Raiders. He requested a trade before the season. He's a possibility.
So Geno Smith, he was like, "Get me the hell out
of here." 2 Saints receivers that ate us up 2 weeks ago, Chris Olave and Rashid. Both of them are also possibilities, and I think one of them is locked down to. No, Adam Pierce from the Colts, also another name being thrown around. But I don't know what they would want in return for him. Like I don't know what they would really want for him. But one of them is locked out to like 2027 or something, so it's not really around. Oh no, Jerry Jeudy from the Browns. He's under contract for 2027, so it's not like it's a rental. Well, the other guys are all free agents coming up very soon.
Okay.
So any one of those names would be fantastic, but I would like to see them also re-sign one of them, not just have a rental. Rentals.
Yeah, no rentals. And hey, Jalen Hyatt actually got some targets, 5 targets, 3 catches. One was a big first down a little bit earlier on in the game when the game was closer. And now he's limited practice, something with I think it was his hamstring. But he was a limited participant. But figure that shit out, because now's your time. Now's your time to prove something, right?
Yeah, prove one of us wrong. All of us, prove us something. Like I said, we're so high on the guy coming out of college, and not to see a touch the first 3 weeks is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now you said either they know something we don't know, or I don't know. He pissed like one guy off. I don't know what's going on with that guy.
Put the speed on to the field.
I mean, maybe
especially
he has the speed, but doesn't have maybe the hands. Maybe the hands are.
Yeah. We've already been through that with Slayton. Can't be worse than Slayton, though.
Listen, Slayton and a second rounder for Olave. I'm taking it all day, every day.
Do it. Bring a New Orleans connection on up.
I think they're shopping wide receiver. Evan Neal is also a name. He might be on his way out, so we can throw him into that package. Maybe we'll get another offensive lineman in return, which I'd like to see. There's no.
Yeah, we need some depth.
Yeah, there's no such thing as too much depth at lineman. So I'll definitely take somebody.
The other big thing is that I think gone is that whole notion of shit. The schedule is ridiculous. I think we've been able to play with teams I think, obviously we should have beaten Cowboys. If Russell Wilson would have had one more throw in him, all credit that 455 yards. He averages. He threw 455 yards that game, but his average for the season is like 160. So that just shows you how bad the other two are.
Mhm.
But I mean, the Chiefs are the Chiefs, and they'll expose weaknesses. But yeah, this Giants team should be 3-3,
and they could, not should.
and they could
They could be 4-2.
Yeah,
5-1 if you really look at it. Could be. They're not. We understand that. And I said what was so important about this game, prime time, division rival, all that stuff is. I'm not saying they're winning this year, next year, maybe the year after that, but this could be the Eagles have a lot of issues behind the scenes. You got your star wide receiver wants out. He's another one who wants out, but there's no way in hell the Giants are getting him. AJ Brown.
No. Yeah, right.
That rumor that
Yeah.
we talk about in sports. I'm like, we'll mention it here anyway. That rumor is Buffalo's trying to get him. Buffalo gets him. That's all. Josh Allen
needs.
Over. The AFC's over if that happens. But the Redskins, Daniels is not, like we predicted too. He's not really as good as everyone thought he was. He's kind of calmed down a little bit.
We said it here.
And then the Cowboys, we all know Dak is a phenomenal waste of time, and not much of it. Excuse me. He's a great during the year quarterback, except in the fourth quarter and the playoffs.
Yes.
So what does that mean for us now? The trajectory is starting to go up. Where the NFC East could just be ours alone in the next 2 to 3 years. And that's how important I think this Eagles game was. I mean, I don't care if we lose every game for the rest of the year. This was the game that solidifies the changing of the guard, really.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully us coming back. Like I said, we beat the Eagles on a Thursday night. Everyone in that locker room should be like, we can go out now, beat the Broncos with no problem. Beat the Eagles in Philly. Beat the 49ers. There should be no question now.
Yeah. It's so it's silly to think now how we were like, okay, this team. I mean, we were trying to be realistic. The probably going to be the best 2-9 team ever, most talented. But now, you look at the schedule ahead, and you got the Broncos, obviously, and we'll get into that in a couple of minutes. Eagles, again, we've shown that we can beat them. It's going to be in Philadelphia. Imagine that type of a victory. Then you got the 49ers and the Bears. Bears might be a little bit better than what we thought. Then you got the Packers, who barely scraped by against the Browns. The Lions, the Lions are tough. Patriots become tougher than what we thought originally. And then you got the Commanders, the Vikings. Who the hell knows what's going on with them? McCarthy might be out for another couple of weeks after this with that knee thing. Then you got the Raiders and the Cowboys to end the year.
It is
Stranger things have happened to me.
It is not out of the realm. It is not out of the realm. By the way, my favorite meme I saw this week was Thanos as the Patriots giving the speech to the rest of the division, saying you're all out there doing your thing, but you all come back to me. Like, in other words, like the Patriots are still going to be the best team in that division. Fantastic.
Come right back.
Internet never loses, man. Never loses the internet.
Never. And it's funny because Bill Simmons last year was saying Drake May he's our next guy, and people were laughing at him. And this guy is playing out of his mind. I got a bad situation, good situation, but it's a bad situation in one of my leagues. I have Drake May and Baker Mayfield, and I don't ever know who the hell to start.
Well, I had Drake May and Matthew Stafford, but I haven't started. Oh no, Trevor Lawrence. So that's completely done. That quarterback, that's over. Like, I'm not going to ever start. Drake May's my guy now.
That's it. The starting job has been won.
The other one was I have Jalen Hurts and Matt Stafford, and that's like, I don't know.
That's in our league, right?
Is it? Yeah, and I don't know. Yeah. Week to week, I'm like, I don't know. So because he's still a good points guy. Hurts because he runs.
Yes,
but Stafford will throw 5 touchdowns and 400 yards. So who knows?
We'll see what Puka's going to be out for any length of time. But my issue in that league, well, we had the quarterback issue where I took Burrow
Mm-hmm.
because somebody took Lamar, and you wound up having to take Hurts. Well, I took Burrow. He's out for the year. Well, we'll see. The other guy took Lamar. He's hurt. I made a trade for Murray. He misses last week, and so now I'm on like seventh quarterback with Sam Darnold, who put up good numbers last week. So I'm all good. But freaking fantasy, man. All right, let's get into Giants and Broncos coming up on Sunday. It's a 4:00 start time, Timmy. Get to enjoy stress-free 1:00 games and get to it.
It's never stress free when you. By the way, I'll say that for unsportsmanlike. Never mind.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Well, okay. So this is another one where at the beginning of the year when we're going through these games, we're like, Broncos, that's tough. Their quarterback, Bo Nix was pretty damn good last year. Their defense, Bo Nix is not looking good. Did not look good against the Jets. The Broncos, to even be close to when you have those sorts of expectations, potentially winning the AFC West, especially after how the Chiefs started, and then you barely scraped by the Jets. They just didn't look good on. Maybe it's the London thing, but they just didn't look good.
Yeah,
what do you think?
They didn't look good at all. And you said the Jet. I want to say I feel bad for the Jets, but I don't.
We need separation. We need to
let
them
that's why. But yeah, like they're in there every week fighting, man, scraping and fighting, and they just don't win. They're just terrible.
How do you? That just shows you how bad the freaking Cowboys defense is. Not only our game, well, all season, but didn't Justin Fields put up like 300 and some yards against them, and against the Broncos -10?
Exactly.
It's 60-yard losses on sacks.
Well, listen, I'm going to let you know right now, and let everyone else who watches this, I'm going to tell them I'm still not picking the Giants to win ever again.
Oh, well, you didn't pick them last week.
I'm not doing it.
Last week.
Not doing it.
That's a spoiler. But that's good, though. But I watched the tail end when we were doing our picks as I was going through looking for clips, and I picked when I was picking the Eagles, I was like, I really, really, really want to beat them, but it's rare. Look at the two smiles.
It was funny too. I sat here watching the game. We were watching the game, and I had no Giants gear on. I was just annoyed. I was like, I'm going to be annoyed. I don't want to wear anything Giants today. And they freaking win. I'm like, I can't wear Giants gear anymore on Sundays.
See, that's it. The life of a sports fan.
It's like, God forbid someone throws a touchdown while you're in the bathroom. Like, go ahead. Now I got to go sit in the bathroom every time they have the offensive ball.
Exactly. There was a guy on Sports Talk Radio down here a long time ago. He used to, when on Twitter, whatever his sports team was, Panthers or the Canes or whatever, he would be sitting there, and then wherever his seat was, if they were losing, he would get up onto this other chair and tilt it at an angle, and it would be hashtag tilted chair. It's crazy what we do.
I watched the entire Giants Super Bowl standing in the kitchen. Meanwhile, I had this big, comfortable, reclining chair. And people were like, dude, sit in your chair. I'm like, no, fuck you. I'm standing right here in this kitchen, and I'm going to watch the game from here. And they're like, dude, you sit down. I'm like, no, I know what I have to do. This is what I have to do.
It's our responsibility. They just don't get it. A Mets game over the summer. I was inside. Mets were up like 4-2. Walked out, went outside. Sat there. No sooner did I sit down than the other guy hit a home run, and it was tied up. TV off, right back inside. I thought he went out. Yeah, but home run, all that stuff. Can't do it. So what are? I just want to look at here. Good time to hold off down here. Come on. Here we go. So the Broncos now 4-2. They've won 3. I say they don't look good, but they've won 3 straight. The Chiefs are coming. they're catching with the chart. That's going to be a whole cluster. That division. 2-0 at home, 2-2 on the road. Make them 2-1, Timmy. I know you've already said what your pick is going to be, but what do you got as far as the score is concerned?
I'm gonna go very, very, very close game, 23-20.
Break out the Tums.
Another back to the nail biting.
But Broncos, right?
Yeah, dude, I'm not picking them ever again. I don't care. It's just something I have to do for the good of man.
I know. No, I'm with you. I am gonna go. Well, I never said that, so I can pick. I really am hoping that they can build off the momentum. I really thought that they were going to win that game against the Saints. You know, where they started off and they won the previous game against the Chargers. This would have been a nice 3-game stretch with three straight wins. But I think that I just watched the Broncos last week against the Jets, and I've watched the Giants against the Eagles, and it's not the same Eagles team, but I think we can win this game. And you think that we can win this game too with a 3-point margin. What's the spread? The spread is 7. The Broncos are favored by 7. Far too much. We're going to be in that game. +7, Giants. I got Giants winning 24-18. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Who do these other bums play this week? Philadelphia is in Minnesota.
I don't know. I'm doing my picks live on the next show, so I don't know yet.
Yeah. And then Washington and Dallas play each other. So we root to whatever happens, but we can get Washington 3-4 with the Cowboys win. Cowboys have that advantage though now because they got that tie.
Yeah, I know. Assholes.
All right. Got everything covered here, Timmy. This is our first really good, upbeat vibe episode in a long time. I wish I go back and watch that episode that we did after the playoff game. That was probably our fleeting shining moment. We said the show. What do you got here for everybody on the way out?
On the way out, I'll give you my key to victory. As much as we love Skattebo and we love what he does on that field, we gotta get Tracy going. Got to get Tracy going because Skattebo cannot do what he's doing for 17, maybe more games. He's gonna end up hurting.
Yeah, put the big helmet on too. Put that thing.
Yeah, put that thing on him. Something because he can't do what he's doing for the whole thing. And Dart needs to learn to slide a little better. And other than that, I mean, like I said, the future looks good, man. I'm very, especially I don't know how it is down there. Up here, it's like. Everyone at my work is waiting for the Giants bye week, praying that they come in to ESPN Studios, and if they do, I will be full stalker mode all the way through.
Imagine Dart will be there. Stephen A. Smith would kill to get those guys in the studio.
That's what I'm saying. I don't care. I don't care how much trouble I get. I'm going after it. I will get them.
All right. All right. So, and then, yeah, you're 1,000% right on that. And another thing that I was going to bring up before with when it comes to Dart, you talk about the decision making. He's super calm back there. That one play to Robinson where he broke the tackle, he could have gotten tackled for a loss a couple times in there, and he got out. All right.
He reminds me of Eli there. Where Eli's, oh my God, he's about to get killed, and the ball comes out, and it's a great throw.
Yeah,
that's what he reminds me of Eli, because there's a couple of times you're like, oh, it's gonna get crunched, and you squint, and you're like, oh, the ball's out.
Oh, he gives me 73 heart attacks a game. I'm like moving around, like get slide.
Yeah.
All right, we'll keep you all updated on what's going on in the world of the New York Football Giants. Hopefully, we get another victory here. And continue on this forward momentum. So we will see you guys next week. Sportsmanlike conduct will come up at 9:00. That good for you, Timmy?
Perfect.
9:00. Take a little intermission here. Come back and we'll talk the entirety of football, plus a little bit of baseball as well with the playoffs. Getting, I would like the Mariners to win. That's a good one. All right, we'll talk to you guys later.
We stop!